Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay. Now I need to start the music. Let's see, start the music over here. Okay, studio. Let me bring back up the music again. That one again. Then and I think that's it. Thank you very much. All right.
Oh my God.
It's running now? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it.
Well, okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Alan, you are here.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you, Johnny?
Pretty good. Tonight we are broadcasting on the radio station and all 5 of those other platforms that you see down there, we're broadcasting on. So, live 365, KINV dash DB Innervision FM. Okay. So I finally got it hooked up. And like I said, this is a lot more easier than what the last one was. And let's see. Well, let's see. I'm supposed to be hearing myself. It stopped with the music. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, why am I not hearing myself? That is interesting.
I hear you fine.
Well, you hear me fine. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out why is the decoder's not hearing my voice. Oh, okay, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop the decoders, and I will figure that one out tomorrow. Oh, good thing I found out tonight, because it would have been like, it would have been silent. Okay, let me. Okay, let me. Okay. Okay. Let me. Okay, let me get out of this completely. And so, hold on for a second, ladies and gentlemen. I want to get out of this completely, because right now there's silence. Okay, I think I just want to make sure I got out of there. Okay, now, okay. I just have to I just know I have to set the, it's another setting I have to set so you can hear the voice. And I'm glad I found out before we went on, but it is what it is. But we're still going to make a special announcement on tonight's show.
All right. What's the announcement?
Okay, I decided. Oh yeah, I've got this other grant that we just got in, and I thought I'd use a little bit of that to do a $50 giveaway, and for about I don't know, see how many was there? 50, 5 times 50.
That's
Whatever.
250.
250, yes. Okay. So we're going to give away like 250. Yeah, out of that little grant, and it's going to be every time you hear me on the morning show talk about be a guest DJ. Now I have it pinned to the top of the Innervision Records nonprofit site. We have that there, and why not? Why not? We're not expensive. We're not as rich as those other stations that are giving away $1,000 when you text in that you heard the special word. But we're.
Well, we do what we can.
We do what we can. Yeah.
And so basically, you would go there to see that at innervisionrecords.org. That's INNERvisionrecords.org, and it's pinned right there at the top.
Oh yeah, so it's pinned right there at the top of the Facebook. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, so in order to let us know that you heard the song, because if you don't know that know that you heard the special words, you go to info@Innervisionfm. That's info@Innervisionfm.com, and then we'll know that you heard the secret word, and then if you're the first one.
Yeah, if you're the first one, what happens?
Then we'll email you back and send you through either Venmo or PayPal $50.
What about if somebody doesn't have PayPal or Venmo? Is Cash App available?
I think, let me see, do I have a Cash App? Well, then I have to get one. My daughter can show me how to get it. Or do you know how to do that? The Cash App?
Well, I've got a personal Cash App.
But you know how to upload it on your phone, right? You could walk me through that. Oh, okay,
sure.
okay. So if you don't have,
there's lots of ways to
ones,
give,
we'll
and as a
give you
matter
the
of
cash.
fact, yeah, that's the way to contact us. Now, let's say that in the subject line, you go ahead on and put in there that you, what would you want to put there so that you can quickly find that when you're scanning down the.
So because I can see the time that things run, you can't cheat and say, "Oh, I heard you say that." Be a guest DJ, because I'll look down and I'll see exactly what time it ran, and 50% so you can't just say, "Oh, I heard it," because we're gonna check it as well. No honor system here.
I understand. Everything is all about technology these days, so it is easy to go ahead on and check as it comes in. But I was talking about the subject line. Let's say that somebody were to have a little bit of a difficulty in taking care of the financial aspect of things. We'll figure it out. There's got to be a way.
This way, and I can also send like money through my bank as well, through the Innervision bank, not my bank, the Innervision corporation bank too. So it's going to
be a lot of fun. It's going to be our first kind of contest where everything's all online.
Yeah, and this to celebrate, us switching over from spatial to live 365 and just the what is that called? The accessibility, and putting in my voice is just a setting that I have to fix, and then it'll be it'll be all good.
Interesting.
So
So yeah, that's kind of cool.
yeah.
The Jabberdo is on everybody's mind. You can't really even talk about it except for to joke about it, because if you use the 3-letter word now, it's also a way for the algorithms to go ahead on and flag things. So Jabberdo,
jab,
Jizzle Whizzle,
Jizzle Whizzle.
rolling up your sleeve, that kind of thing. We'll talk about it like that until they outlaw that next, and then maybe we'll start talking in Braille, and then when they outlaw Braille, we'll start talking in encrypted computer language. When they outlaw that, why, they can't outlaw free speech. We'll just make music about it, and music unifies the world. Before we talk a little bit about music, I guess you had some topics about our illustrious governor.
Okay. Well, and I think I sent you that. Well, it was only one other topic because by accident, because I was about to turn it off, I was listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and he had Larry Elder on there, and so it was kind of interesting to hear Larry Elder talk about that he's running, and I guess he's the top person, and so we're gonna talk about that a little bit.
No, that's very interesting, because when I say our governor, I'm talking about our favorite governor, California, Gavin Newsom. He's fixing to be recalled, you see. And so Larry Elder, man, he's going to be our governor here, boy. Because what happens in California generally trickles down to the rest of the states. California was one of the first groundbreaking states to explore legal and medicinal
marijuana
things. Exactly. Like that. So and it trickled down to here, and so policies and things like that start in California do tend to go throughout the whole nation. And so to have a more conservative person at the helm, willing to more fiscally and responsibly take the reins of the finances of California, for one thing. He's going to be doing a lot of things. He's got a lot on his plate. He was talking about cleaning the state up. He was talking about doing all kinds of stuff. He sure seems to be well-versed, well-read. He's a talk show host, so he's been
for the last 25, 30 years. Something interesting he said too. Okay. He lost his father and mother like about 10 years ago. And then his brother used to come on the show, his older brother, and then he lost his younger brother to diabetes and stuff like that. But then his older brother used to come on the show, and they used to play games on the show with the audience, like, can you like movie names and things like that. And then I think, was it 2019? His brother was sitting at his computer, almost 70 years old. He was about to reach 70 years old, died of a heart attack. Okay, people die of it. Then his son was at his house, and maybe a few months later, he died of a heart attack too. So now Larry Elder has no family members. He's the only one left.
That's some
that is wild.
That's some wild backstory right there.
Yeah. So, but you can hear it on the Jesse Lee Peters show on YouTube. If you subscribe that and just look up Larry Elder and Jesse Lee, you can hear that on the show. And I put down there, the bourgeoisie Democrats are very upset that Larry Elder is running because he has the answers.
Well, yeah, that's why I said he's our governor, man. And I'll tell you what, he will at least have the potential to at least set some stuff right if things work out the way that he wants for them to. He's big on the police. He's big on trying to revitalize the economy and that kind of thing in California. Stop spending the money as irresponsibly that it's being spent today. So
why is it so hard for government to balance the budget? And because they don't care.
Well, it's an interesting thing because you see, if you do not actually, I'm not saying that they don't work for their money. That's an unfair statement. But if the money comes from somewhere other than your own hands, your sweat, your mind, your heart, if it comes from another source other than that, if your heart and your mind are not bent on serving that source that it comes from, and you're bent on serving yourself, well, then you run into a bunch of problems where the power structure gets just overbloated. You have a situation where power, absolute power, it corrupts absolutely. When you've got a pen and you've got unlimited finances, of course you're going to spend it. And when you got a printer and you can print your own money, it's not backed by anything real like gold. Of course you're going to print it.
Remember 1972, Nixon separated the gold from the dollar. And a lot of people don't know that, right?
Yeah, so very interesting.
So I don't know why Nixon was doing that, but that's what happened. So now,
well, the interesting reason for that being is they wanted to go to what's called a petrodollar, as is an oil-based economy rather than a gold-based economy. So therefore, the money could then be inflated and overinflated, and the price of the price of oil could then be manipulated more easily than can the standard price or a set price of a, say, troy ounce of gold, at least before they had the monetary system totally and completely on lockdown. And this is before the International Monetary Fund, or before it really came into power and that kind of thing. Really fascinating history.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of history, what do we got on tap today in history?
You know what? I looked at it and it was so boring. I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything because it was like nothing really happened that was interesting. Airplanes crashing into what was it called? This mountain, and it was in another country. And like I said, so it was no good news and no interesting this day in history. So I just said, we'll skip that for the 3rd of August in any year.
Well, I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, I was blessed with the ability to go ahead and pay my rent. I was sort of struggling. And I will tell you this, there was quite a roller coaster ride. I got to the last night, and I was thinking to myself, Lord, if things don't pan out and they don't shake out, I know you still got me. I know you still got this whole thing. And I'll tell you, Johnny, honestly, what happened was this. He came through. He came through, and I'm able to, well, basically I'm able to be a month ahead in all my bills. Everything is paid, and I'm able to pursue my scholastic studies, and I'm able to pursue my musical stuff, and none of it would be possible without God. So in a couple of days, the launch of Audio Trip Imaginations, Audio Trip the band, or whatever, solo band even, because there's no bands anymore, I guess. Or at least until I throw together some people. But yeah, in the next couple of days, man, it's coming together. I promised y'all an album, and now it's finally materialized. So be looking for that.
Yeah. And speaking of the rent thing, I heard they had, I don't know if it's 40 million or 40 billion. I hope it's not 40 billion, but $40 million that hasn't been used towards, helping people pay their rent and helping the renters. And the way I look at it, and I heard it this morning on Kim Munson's show. Look her up. She's on KLZ. Also, the information I have about Mayor Hancock picking the winners and losers, and it being against the law that's in place that you don't have to reveal your medical history. But it's on Kim Munson's show, August the 3rd. But what she was saying about the rental, it looks like they're going to try to put renters against the the owners, right? And they don't realize that if they want their furnace fixed, where's that money going to come from? If they want just general things like in their building, is how is this going to be able to be kept? And then the owners, they pay their mortgage, they feed their family, and it's almost like it's a disconnect. Not with you, Alan. I'm not talking about you, but there's a disconnect with, and they're trying to keep it that way between renters and the owners. The cause is division, and it's always these Democrats trying to cause division within the community. Put that person, and it's a common. It's almost like that Marxist kind of thing where they pit this group against this group.
That's why we can unify always around music, because when power goes out, when there's not enough to eat, when there is lack of education to the people, when there are no jobs and everybody's sitting around chewing on their shoe leather because there is nothing to eat and there is no power, there's still music and there's still hope. And that's the one thing that unites everybody is music.
Yeah. Don't let the government divide you. Don't say that person is bad or that person is this and that. You have to take each person as an individual. And also it's being, a lot of like prisoners are being released. We just pray for the safety of Americans, because it seems like these Democratic politicians, and you guys can fact check me, they don't care about us at all. But like I said, music, there's other things that will distract us from that, and just plead the blood of Christ on
That's
you.
Absolutely right, because I will tell you, when you get to the end of yourself and you get to the bottom, you get all the way down at the end of it, and you pray and you cry out, he will hear your prayer. And it will not look like what you expect. It will not. And when it happens like that, be thankful, be grateful, and pay that thing forward. Pay that thing forward. It's important. We don't have much time left in the big scheme of things. We're running down like a clock, as it were, when it comes to society. We tend to rise and fall just like the waves on the ocean. We tend to make things and build things, and we build them high, and we look for our own stuff and our own things instead of building things high and saying, thank you, Lord.
Oh yeah. And speaking of like thinking of God, I mean, for everyone who has a job and everything like that, and I guess Mayor Hancock is like picking winners and losers. And I feel for the people that are firemen, policemen, hospital workers.
That's what I'm talking about. They got to get that shot.
Yeah.
They got to get that shot or lose no job.
Right. And no compassion. It's no like, well, religious, if you have religious reasons, it's like, well, some people are going to be losing their job. And so that kind of non-compassion, I just can't wrap my head around that kind of non-compassion.
I will tell you this, Johnny. I will tell you this. When I moved here, I had to test for an agency called Vocational Rehabilitation. They help the blind and other folks with disabilities to get jobs, and I had to test all the time that I wanted in-person services every single time. I had to either test or sign a waiver saying, I wasn't exposed. But if ever I felt exposed, I mean, boy, I had to be down there. And I will tell you, it's no fun to be to know that you need a job as a blind person going deaf. And I'm not trying to play any cards here, but you're doing this as a blind person, but going deaf, that's new. That's brand new. And they're telling you it's your fault. Go get a fun little test to make sure that everything's good, or otherwise you don't get services. I will tell you this, if they can do that to us, they will do other things, if you know what I mean. And it has the potential to be tied to our government subsidies.
Have you heard about what's going on in Australia?
Oh, yes.
They're knocking on the doors, stopping you in the car and saying, you have to go with us to the hospital. I say, wait a minute, why? It's like, and I think they confiscated all the guns in Australia, just like Venezuela. They confiscated all the guns. So now you are defenseless against them, against the government.
Well, we the blind have been that way a long time.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have had
our right to bear arms totally infringed upon us since the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So there is none of that for us.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I don't know.
We got 2 minutes to go. We got 2 minutes to go. This is my.
We got that KINVDB. That stands for digital broadcasting, folks. And, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., there's some keywords going on. And if you hear, what is it?
It's be a guest DJ.
Be a guest DJ. Yep. That's going to be a lot of fun, Johnny. I mean, if you're just joining us, go ahead and check out the stuff at innervisionrecords.org. That's INNERvisionrecords.org.
And we're celebrating being on live 365. And so when you hear that, we'll give away $50. You have to email us at info@innervisionfm.com. And we'll let people know I am doing like a water fast. And my wife just got me this fantastic tea, herbal tea for the skin. And she got me this liver and kidney cleanser tea. And I have to say, this tea for the skin, a lot of different herbs in it, very tasty. And I'm full of energy. Today, I just did the stair stepper, the real one, from the first floor to the seventh floor. I was only able to do 4 because I haven't did it in a long time. I don't know why I stopped in 2020, but oh man! But I'm building back up the stamina I had. So I'm on the water fast, and we'll see how long. I'm thinking about 14 to 21 days, and I'll keep you guys abreast.
That'll be awesome. What day you're on? Day 6, 7?
7. I'm on day 7.
7.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
you're a weekend.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, don't try that at home. And if you do try it at home, pray a lot because it requires a lot of prayer.
Yeah, you're going to experience some lots, and you got to get into that mindset. I mean, you just can't just jump into something. And then it's preparation. You have to do like a fruit preparation, water, and I did part of that, right? So anyway, okay, is time up on us? So we're gonna see you tomorrow, and God bless, and have a fantastic night.
Might have a surprise for you folks tomorrow.